Hi guys, welcome to JB Rants. Let's see if anyone comes over here. I didn't do any promotion once again. Typically, if it lasts 2 or 3 minutes and really it's not a show, then I'll just cut and either go on later. I'm just trying to go on before the awesome Trump rally at 8 p.m. I believe it's in Michigan. So that's at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we shall see if anyone comes in. I usually just talk blather. Oh, people are already in. Nick Daniels. I love Nick Daniels. I love Ben Hatcher. I love Nick Daniels because I see Nick Daniels every day at April Led June. April Led June. In fact, I said I wasn't going to make any notes, but I am doing show promotions. And not that April is forgettable. I just forgot because I smoke legal marijuana. So my memory is overall good, sometimes shit. So let's add April and June to that. So now I'm making notes officially. And this show is just going to be a rant. I mean, I'm writing down names that I wanted to get out there. I think they're important individuals and networks to follow. But my my actual what's the favorite word that they use? Dossier. But my dossier is just going to come as I think it and as I say it. I always have so much processing. I mean, you know what? I might have been born a straight white male, strike. I might have been born someone who leans conservative, strike. I don't mean YouTube strike. I mean socially strike, because people, during the 2016 election, which for my own safety, I stopped wearing the red MAGA hat around. Someone threw a fucking I told the story. You could see the video I made right after I did it. It was about it was right after the election, or maybe it was during the election. I forget. So many weird things happened during this election process and cycle. Someone threw a medium-sized Dunkin' Donuts iced coffee out of their car window at me. Now, do I think that people drive around and throw iced coffees at people? It didn't hit me. But does that happen if you're wearing a Red Sox hat or a Detroit Tigers hat or a pink pussy hat? Maybe. I hope so. No, I was wearing a MAGA hat, and at a four-way, someone threw a fucking iced coffee out their window at me. And they were cowards because they waited until the light turned red. They went and then they fired it at me. Missed me by like 17 feet. But that's no accident. That's no accident. Coffee isn't cheap these days. It's like, well, it was Dunkin' Donuts. So it was probably like $3, $3.50 for a medium iced coffee. So, like I said, unscripted. Okay, so here are the channels I want to promote. Who did I just say? I just got ahead of myself with that story. Ben Hatcher has joined us. Nick Daniels has joined us. Oh, yeah, April or June, of course, yeah. And true reporting. Okay. And also, I don't want to be on long because there is as I said in the open, there's a rally happening from Michigan, which we can find on our designated, whatever live streams we prefer to watch. Happens at 8 p.m. Eastern. So I'm going to be probably at Golden State Times. That's another channel I've promoted them a whole bunch, but it doesn't hurt to promote the good ones every day, every video. So that's 4 people I'm going to promote. And all I'm doing is a promo video. Unpaid. No one asked me to do this. The only one out of these channels that I've spoke with is I have kind of a relationship with with Golden State Times because I've been there since they started covering the election in 2016. And they've only received, and they're very pro-Trump. They're only pro-Trump. That's good, but they're not like Republicans. I'm not a fucking Republican. Excuse me, I say this in every fucking 7 watching, and I've been on for, thank you guys so much, guys and gals, and buoys and seagulls if you live by the sea. Thank you so much for joining us. Because it's us. I'm just the face that decides to put myself out on YouTube to be basically viewed forever. But I don't care. I don't care, because if we lose, we are going to be pre-World War II Russia gulag as Bernie Sanders. Did you guys hear the chat? Hey, what's up, big boy Johnny 25? If I knew how to make people mods, I'd make you a moderator right away. I can do it on my phone, but I don't know how to do it on the fucking thing. So, and by the way, I swear a lot. I swear a lot because I'm not like an angry person. You could probably tell by virtue of my personality, I'm not like an angry person, but I get pissed off, and I use that pissed offness, if that's even a word. I think it's probably a conjunction and a pronoun and all kinds of whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm a pro-President Donald J. Trump, non-Republican, non-Democrat, conspiracy theorist. I hate that term. They came up. Did you guys know the... all right, I'm getting into the video before I say hello to everyone. So, hello to big boy Johnny 25. I think I met him at Think Dragon like half an hour ago. Political foolishness. Yeah, no shit. I hope you don't own a TV, but if you do, turn on the TV and turn it onto any political channel, even Fox, and look at the political foolishness. Great name. Indiana Jones, my good friend, I'll ask you about that stuff later. I don't know who Marty Stempelkowski is, but maybe it's just because I got too stoned and forgot. But welcome, Marty. Indiana Jones. Everyone's saying hello to each other. This is very synergistic at this point. I love this. Indiana Jones, big boy, and Ben. Cool political foolishness. I'm not expecting to be mod JB. The bell-bottom pants and wide belts were never my style. LOL. Yeah, I was born in 1984, so I think I missed that. I'm sure it was cool. I hope the weed was good. That's all I can say. Although the medical grade marijuana that I get these days that I can go buy at a store. I drive like 9 miles. I just go to a store. Are you over 18? Yes. Here's my ID. Or maybe it's 21. I'm 35. I would like 1/8 ounce of this and 1/8 ounce of that. And they go, cool. And then you give them cash and then you leave. It's the greatest thing. And I'm not a stoner. Like, I don't wake up and smoke. I don't work stoned. I don't drive stoned. But at the end of the night, what the fuck is wrong with someone taking a couple hits of pot? What is different from that? What is so dissimilar of doing that than having a couple or 3 or 50 glasses of wine like some of my previous bosses used to do, and their ex-wives had even more? So I'm not judging anyone. I'm just saying it's like, yo, yeah, I occasionally smoke pot, and I think it's wonderful. I wouldn't be able to survive in this 3-dimensional realm in this body. And I'm not getting all new agey on anyone. And I know I'm getting off topic, but I still know what I'm talking about. I've got it written down to keep myself on track. Everyone loves the term dossier. Remember the Steele dossier? The Steele dossier? During the 2016 election, no one is being fucking prosecuted for the fact that the Clinton campaign... I have someone that I trust very much in terms of politics. I will not say his name, or, well, I already gave away that it's a guy. I will not say his name, and I will not assert my affiliation with this individual, but they're in a professional capacity. And they said the one thing the Republicans are really bad at is they're always playing catch up when the Democrats do dirty politics. Again, I'm not myself. I'm not a Republican. I'm not a Republican. I think both parties are just the same thing controlled by the dragon at the top of it. Go back and watch my old videos. It's the Vatican. It's the satanic agenda. They want to reduce the world's population down to 100 million worldwide. We're over 7 billion people. Mothers, fathers, sons, daughters, cousins, aunts, uncles, neighbors, best friends, coworkers, everything. So picture it from the micro level. I just made my statement upon their macro plan. You tell me what that would mean to you if they wanted to reduce the people, which means kill. They use words like this. They use words like reduce. We have to reduce the carbon footprint. How about you fucking reduce your carbon footprint? You fucking freak. What are you doing? What the? You sound like genocidal Nazi maniacs. I mean, if overpopulation was a thing, I've seen studies. Okay, no, I didn't come on this video to talk about overpopulation. It's just these people are so fucking weird. And their orientation internally is entirely propelled by and submerged within basically their hatred of humanity because they work for Lucifer. So if you don't believe in God and you don't believe in the opposer, Lucifer, by the way, one's more powerful than the other one's just good at lying. And I'm not talking about a big white man in the sky, you know, in a robe and you know, Jesus Christ. That's not the point. And in terms of the other side, I'm not talking about Lucifer like it's the devil underground with horns and big muscles like they made him look like on that South Park movie. You know, although I did find it funny when they made Lucifer, when they made Satan gay. I used to watch South Park. I don't watch TV anymore. I'm 35. I have not sat through an episode of any entertainment show except for maybe something just mindless like It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. I love that show. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia is great. Aside from that, I haven't watched TV since my teen years. Can you imagine what a brain like mine, excuse me, I'm not trying to make myself sound smart or important or anything like that. But a brain like mine who unplugged from the television matrix, and that's not a 666 sign, it's just hand signals, okay? Don't freak out. So when I backed away from watching television, oh my God, the waking up process is kind of like when you go over the hill of the roller coaster and it's like, oh shit, here we go. It happens that quick. I didn't see that turn coming. I didn't see that turn coming. I didn't see we were going to go like this. I didn't see any of that shit in advance, but I prepared for it and I understand it when it happens. On a roller coaster, you feel it in your body. In terms of waking up to the New World Order, you feel it in your mind and your soul. And you know that you're in the right place at the right time, even if that means you go through some shitty periods in your life, because there's retribution. There's retribution. There's retribution. These people don't like to be questioned. They're Nazis in power. Nazi Pelosi. So many nicknames, but fuck the nicknames. Nancy Pelosi is a bad, bad, bad person for two reasons. Number one, if she believes what she's doing is a good thing for the country, she's mentally unfit to serve that office. I'll give her the fucking benefit of the doubt. I think she knows what she's doing is wrong. That's why her hands are always going, or maybe it's the alcohol withdrawal. Her hands are always going like this, and she looks fucking weird, and she can't answer questions properly. I think she knows she's being pushed by the very same behind the scenes forces. I'm not even talking about Soros. I'm talking about the international bankers, and this is where sometimes people in the chat get a little bit pissed at JB when I say Israel's. Israel, it's a real hell, I call it. It's spelled a little bit wrong. Israel, it's a real hell. Israel, it's a real hell. And they say Netanyahu and President Trump are friends. No, they are not. No, they are not. No, they are not. And do I want America to be the world's superpower? Yes, I do, under President Donald Trump. I don't want the world to be a superpower under George Bomb Everything Bush or Barack Obama Everything Obama, who I voted for in 2008 because I was fucking 24 years old. And I voted for, I've said this at work. I just dropped my pencil. Barack Obama did nothing. He did nothing. He was the first black president. That's what he was. Good for him. When you start to climb the ladder to, what's the best way to say it? When you start to climb the ladder through the rings of knowledge, and you get to a certain point and realize that the international bankers, and you've done enough reading. Does anyone know how to? I spend 90% of my time in the internet. Oh, JB, where's your girlfriend? Oh, I can't date anyone right now. Number one, I'm in between cars, although I have a car that work has provided for me, which is super sweet of them to do. It's given me a little bit of dignity back, and that's why you see a modicum of confidence in me making these continued videos and actually doing, I think, decent videos rather than being unemployed and up at 2:30 in the morning after half a handle of vodka and just screaming at people on YouTube. By the way, if anyone wants to go view that, watch my YouTube channel not months ago, over a year and a half ago. Go watch my old videos. I was completely out of it. Had the same message, didn't have the new information, but I was bad. And all you can do is throw it out there, everyone go watch it, and then just plow it under. So it doesn't matter to me. I don't make any money off of this. In fact, I lose money because I could be working a second job right now, but I would rather do this. All right, so where's my fucking list? Don't do anything that I tell you to do. Don't watch anything that I tell you to watch. I just want to give to you guys the 4 most influential YouTube channels. I get most of my research from books and from, like, for example, if you read The Book of the Law by Aleister Crowley and you learn about what their real version of Satanism is, if you read the English translated version of the Quran, if you read the English translated version of the Quran, if you read the English version, translated version of the Quran, if you read the Torah, ancient Judaism, the Torah, where Jesus Christ is eternally cursed to boil in a boiling pit of human excrement for eternity. Oh, wait, no, it's not the Torah. Talmud, excuse me, retraction, full retraction, full retraction. When I said Torah, full retraction. That's me making a mistake. It was 2 T words. The Talmud, Talmud. Talmud. Read the English translation of the Talmud. Do the work like I've done the work. Do the work like I've done the work. I'm just asking for your own benefit in terms of waking up as to what's happening really around the world. And what's so interesting is everything is interconnected. And I don't even talk about China or Japan because I can't find any solid fucking information about China or Japan. Other than the fact that my favorite president and the greatest president in the history of the United States, Donald J. Trump, says China's been ripping us the fuck off in trade. I can find that in 2 seconds. All you have to do is go on Google and type in China trade deficit United States 2015. China trade deficit United States 2002. China trade deficit United States 2016. You get the point. And then you see the switch. And then you see the switch. And you see our stock market, which is fake. It's all fake money. I understand that the paper dollar that we hold is going to go away. They're going to bring in the mark of the beast system, as the Bible has said. And I promise I'm going to read the chat. But before I read the chat, I'm actually going to do an awkward silence for 30 seconds so that some folks can just please do this for me. I mean, if you watch my show, you're already investing your time in watching someone with a Trump hat in his bedroom who moved back home at 35 because he was a great success and then his life failed. And now I'm putting it back together, which is good. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. I get what do they call it? ASMR, or some new term. I would call it chills. I get chills thinking about the new place I'm going to be in. And I'll be able to afford my own place. And I'm going to make it happen. Even if my bank account ends up poor at my age, I need to live on my own. And then I'll figure shit out once I move in. But for now, this is what I got. I don't think that makes me a bad person. I've always tried to do right. So I want everyone to take an extra 15 seconds, get your pens, pencils, prick your finger with blood and write, or you could type it in. McAllister, these are the 4 channels that I follow for my entertainment. I'm not going to give you guys the stuff that I follow for my research because it's too complicated. I'm not saying anyone that watches me is stupid and wouldn't be able to handle it. It's just for a YouTube video for me to explain what am I, 35? So 90. So literally 16 years of research I cannot cram into a YouTube video, even with links. However, these people could help do it for us, right? So McAllister TV, please write this down. And I'm not asking you to like or subscribe or donate to them. Just watch their stuff. McAllister TV, McAllister space TV. McAllister TV. Think Kevin McAllister from Home Alone and think TV, that weird thing that no one should ever watch ever. Number 2, April LaJune. April as in the month and LaJune as in LA and then the month June. April LaJune. Number 3, and these are in no order of importance, by the way. There is no order of importance here. True Reporting with Thomas from True Reporting. So TRU Reporting. TRU Reporting. And number 4 is my friend who runs and has run since before the election every single article about Trump, and most importantly, I hate saying Trump. It's so stupid. The President of the United States. The President of the United States. Golden State Times. Golden State Times. For those who are wondering, this is simply I'm not lying because I have one of my stupid mini wines right here, but this is nothing but ice and a couple little cans of V8 vegetable juice mixed with a shit ton of sriracha, so it's almost like a non-alcohol spicy Bloody Mary. It's so good. If you like V8, try this. Just ice, V8, sriracha, or any other hot sauce. I like sriracha. All right, I got to catch up on the chat. I'm pulling a Blackie Fitzpatrick here. Emergency, emergency, emergency. All right, I think I got it. Political foolishness. Thank you, JB Rants. Political foolishness. Wide belts. Wide belts? I don't know what that means. Car problems? Pants problems? Ben Hatcher. Hi, Joan. Political foolishness. Haha, JB. Nick Daniels. The weed is much better now, LOL. Correct. You know, I just buy it, and you can actually pick the strength of the cannabis, of the THC content. It's crazy. It's the craziest thing, and I love it. And it should have been never illegal. It's so stupid. That's the second time that's ever happened. I just burped on camera. It's kind of weird. Political foolishness, nothing is wrong. This has to be all the spice I put in the... I probably put like 2 tablespoons of sriracha in this bitch. All right, I'm good. Political foolishness, nothing wrong with the JB. Correct. Nick Daniels. Statistically, weed lowers the drunk driving incidents. Yeah, I bet. Because you drive like a video game. Although JB does not recommend driving on any substance, including cough medicine. You can get a DUI from having the normal dosage of like a Dayquil or a NyQuil in the morning. And if you don't pass the sobriety test, because a lot of people say, "Oh, I took a double dose of cough syrup. I'm so sick. I'm really loopy." Yeah, you're under the influence, and there goes 10 grand. And your license for 90 days minimum, and a bunch of problems. So everyone should know that. I'm not trying to sound like a grandmother or some harpy ex-wife. I'm just, I didn't mean to isolate females there, but just anyone who's that like type. Well, guess what? Now I'm the type on DUIs. I know everything about it. I know everything about it. You can have a serious infection in your fingernail, and you're in a lot of pain, and you can go to the doctor and get a prescription for Coricidin, and you should, because it's going to relieve the pain while you get over the infection. However, Coricidin, as it says in the package, can impair you. A lot of people think DUI. A lot of people think OUI. It varies from state to state. A lot of folks think that is like mutually exclusive to, oh, you had 4 martinis and then went for a joyride. Nah. You get out of work, you take your second dose of Coricidin, and you're driving home in traffic. You're finally glad to get off your exit, and you get out of traffic, and you're on Coricidin a little bit, and then you want to beat that yellow light or something, so you skate through the yellow light, and you know, no problem, whatever, but the cop ends up behind you. You get pulled over, and he looks at you, and your eyes are a little bit dilated. He goes, ma'am or sir, are you under the influence of anything such as alcohol or drugs? And you say no. Then they're going to say, are you under the influence of any, have you taken any prescription drugs in the last 12 hours? And you want to be honest with the officer, and you go, yes. And he's going to go, step out of the car. And then you're freaking out. You're starting to sweat. Your hands might shake. You're like, what the hell is this? And they get you out of the car, and they always do this. They put the flashlight. This is a dirty Nazi trick. I support the police. I mostly hate cops. That's where I differ from the president. I don't like cops. I think they're high school bullies who never got their fill of bullying. That's JB saying that. That's JB saying that. Apologies to, I have many, many law enforcement officials in my family. They're fine people, but how they act out there, because they rise through the ranks by amount of busts they do, by amount of busts they do, because it makes the state county court system a whole bunch of money. A DUI costs 10 grand, and a DUI can happen if you took Coricidin cough medicine bought at CVS at the recommended dose. If you're unlucky. Just saying. Dean Machine has joined us. What up, Dean Machine? I haven't seen Dean Machine. Dean. By the way, I don't even know if Dean Machine knows. There's another channel out there called Dean Machine, and it's some chick, and it's not even you. It's just a chat show, and it's not even entertaining. Whatever. I watched it for like 5 seconds. I was like, oh, this isn't Dean in his garage. Dean Machine WFO's show is fucking awesome. Nick Daniel says it's not a footprint, it's bullshit. Political foolishness. Exactly, JB. They're eco-fascists. Yeah, earth good, you bad. Your family die, earth good. Trees over people. I don't think that way. That I can tell you right now. I love nature. I go fishing. One day I want to learn how to hunt, but I'm going to learn how to bow hunt. I mean, I know how to shoot a gun. I just don't own one, but I want to bow hunt. Nick Daniels, I remember that LOL and his lover was Saddam Hussein. Yeah, South Park. Nick Daniels with the fucked up healing voice. Yeah, hey, buddy. That kind of shit. Political foolishness. I unplugged years ago, JB, and it was the best move of my life. Yes, it was. Waking up, although difficult for some, easier for others, impossible for others as well. That's why I feel bad for all these enslaved, they were 6 years old, allegedly, and they went through human sacrifice, eyes wide shut rituals and shit. And they go, no. There were those people walking around out there, the ants, which is me, which is you. And, but we don't care about them. We are the insert last name family. So we run society. So if we send their children off to illegal wars and the same elite families in the other, war is a satanic sacrifice. Folks don't understand this. But that's another video, even though I just got emotional. That's another video. It has to be another video. Indiana Jones. Hi, Dean. How are you? Political foolishness. 9/11 helped me totally unplug. 9/11 started my unplugging process, and the movie The Matrix helped me finish it. The Matrix is, although I don't believe we're plugged in the back of the neck, aside from that, The Matrix won. The rest of the others were just entertainment. Watch a football game. But Matrix 1 is a documentary. It's not entertainment. It's a fucking documentary. Get that through your fucking heads. I'm so abusive to my audience with my language. I apologize. It's just I get, these things, these impulses. It's yeah, I just want everyone to wake up quick, just like me, just yeah. So I use bad words to make myself feel better. Nick Daniels, dude, did you see that woman leading the IMF Christine Lagarde rant about the magic number 7? Probably, unless it's new. That sounds like something I've watched in the past, but I'll find it. I'll find that right quick. She's bad shit. Okay, Nick, and thank you. They're all bat shit. Yeah, says Indiana Jones. I tried reading the Quran. After 22 pages of the Kill the Infidel, I threw up and tossed the damn thing. I hope you set it on fire and pissed on it while it was burning. Fuck the Quran. It's a satanic document. I don't mind saying that, oh, JB, when you put yourself on YouTube, people 50 years from now could dig it up. Good. JB Rants says, fuck the Quran. It's a satanic document. Have fun. Love you. Indiana Joan already subbed. Ben Hatcher. I predict Pelosi will let the vote to send articles of impeachment to the Senate fail tomorrow. I'm not a superstitious person, but Ben, what I will say is we shall see. That's all I'll say about that. Nick Daniels, Pence has just speaking, left the podium. I think Vice President Mike Pence, most boring vice president in history, which was done by design, and I support the decision by the president because President Trump is kind of like me on YouTube. You know, he's the JB of, you know, I mean, that's a stupid thing for me to compare myself to the president. What am I trying to say? The president is loud. He is ridiculous. He does say crazy fucking shit from time to time, but he's also going to go down as the best president in the history of the United States, in my opinion. You just wait until he starts, when he gets reelected and takes on the Federal Reserve. Wait, who just said that? Nick Daniels. Pence has just finished speaking, left the podium. That was about the Space Force. I'll watch it later for reference points. You wait until the president is, not Nick Daniels specifically, but everyone in the audience and everyone who watches this later. You wait until the president is reelected and he starts taking on the Federal Reserve. They're going to do a worse round of attempted impeachment, and it's going to fail, just like this one. Meredith. Hey, Meredith. What up? Meredith, I think at Blackie Fitzpatrick's show. By the way, I haven't seen Blackie in like 2 or 3 days, which is rather unusual. So I don't know if anyone has any inside intel. I could always message her, message him later or something like that. And Indiana Jones, I'm not going to be on long because the president's going to be live in 15 minutes. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go take a pee. I'm going to grab half a smoke, not a whole one. I'm going to come back in about 2 minutes as I drop everything. And you guys talk amongst yourselves. We'll finish out. I don't know where you guys are going to watch. I assume everyone in my audience is going to be watching the president's rally from Minnesota, especially with everything that's fucking going on. Are you kidding me? And he's going to come out and he's going to be like, this is all garbage. I'm in a great mood. I'm swearing too much. But it has such a good effect. He's basically going to say, without using the words, I hope he uses the words. This is not a PG-13 show. He's going to say, fuck all you shitheads in the media, fuck all you shitheads in the Democrat Party, and fuck all you Republican in name only weirdos because you're all deep state, you all work for the Illuminati, you're all paid off, many of them, I assume this is pure speculation on my part. Pure speculation. A lot of these, most of these, elected officials have pictures of them with either cheating on their wives, with either men, if they're a man, or women, if they're a woman, or even worse, with kids, like Pizzagate kind of stuff that's all behind the scenes. They have to fight tooth and nail. They have to fight. I work with teeth. They have to fight tooth and nail against the person who is going to expose this satanic, pedophilic, allegedly, from my research, not me saying it, tens of thousands, if not millions, of people are looking into the satanic pedophilia in governments and big business and in Hollywood. You little freaks think you're going to get away with this forever. I'm not perfect. I've seen every kind of porn there is, except for kid porn. I've seen I've looked at things and I'm like, whoa, and I've looked at other things and I'm like, holy shit, that's real. So I've seen it all, but I don't have any proclivity to prey on young people. These people are fucked up. There's something going on. It's probably due to the fact that they've gone through all these rituals and they've become so desensitized. I just, I'm either gonna get so deep into a rant that I'm gonna get myself in trouble or my channel will get killed, and I don't want either of those. But these people are fucking sick, okay? And you have to have a little bit of a sick mind to fully understand them. And when you fully understand them, it's like, whoa, okay, I'm done with that world. And it's a come to Jesus moment, is all I can really say. I need a break. I'm going to take a pee. I'm going to have half of a smoke, just tobacco. I'm not doing any just yet. And I'll come back on for 5 minutes before the rally, and then we'll find out where everyone's watching the rally. And we'll watch the president of the United States rip these demons to shreds. And I think he's going to be good. I'll be right back. All right, folks, I've made an executive decision. It's only 7:51. I think I am going to smoke a little pot. I'll come back at 7:57, hopefully. We'll talk for 3 minutes, and then we'll all move to the Trump rally in Wisconsin. If you could do me a favor, though, end of the hatchet says no Cheech and Chong time. No, I'm actually gonna go. I'm just gonna take like 2-3 little hits, something like that. Maybe just one. I don't know. But if you guys could put in the chat where are you watching the rally, because I assume everyone here is gonna watch the rally for the greatest president in the history of the United States, in my opinion. Just tell me where you're watching it. I'll probably, I don't know if Gramps is running it or JujuBot or I usually watch them at Golden State Times just to give them a little bit of love, but just let me know in the chat. I'll be back in my time is running out. More Virgin Bloody Mary. Spicy. All right, folks, I can't believe we still have 6 watching. So quickly, right back to the chat. If it'll, yeah, okay, there we go. Nick Daniels is the first new comment since I've been back. Right Side Broadcasting Network says max capacity 12,000 people. Joe Biden had 11. Joe Biden had 11. Joe Biden had 11. Jojo Biden had 11. Do they think we're this? Yes, they think we're this stupid. Yes, they do. And by they, I mean the ubiquitous they. The weirdo party and the mainstream media. I don't know if anyone has ever even, because sometimes we talk about this at work. I know the president's always late when he comes on, so I don't mind staying on an extra couple minutes or whatever. But the mainstream media thinks we are so stupid. So stupid. They were talking. I have screenshots of it. I haven't uploaded it yet. I'll see if I can find it and just, oh, by the way, that's the other fucking thing. I know I'm swearing too much, but that's the other thing is if I could keep my show on and stream the rally and have my chat, maybe some of us could all like stay together and have some fun with the rally with live input from the president of the United States himself. YouTube won't, StreamYard and YouTube won't let me screen share anymore. Maybe this is a conspiracy in my brain and perhaps I have to update a different version or something. Although they haven't provided me with that option, I'm going to look into it. But unlike most news commentators, I actually like work a lot. So I'm not, I don't have, 75 hours a week to dedicate to this channel. I wish I did. That's why I buy scratch tickets. But the point is it's nothing but orange man bad. There are news clips that never get covered with people saying if we don't impeach him, on the other side of the political aisle, not a Republican, not a Democrat, I'm a Trump supporter. Okay? It's the hostile takeover of the fake Republican Illuminati banker party is what we achieved in 2016. And we have to achieve it again in 2020, in my opinion, for the survival of this nation. Because if we let to me, Democrats used to be like for the working American. That's why I voted for Barack Obama in 2008. I didn't vote in 2012. I voted for Barack Obama in 2008 because I saw Mitt Romney and I was like, wow, this guy is a well-dressed, basically shithead who's talking down to me and saying like, so many things that I can't communicate very well. Asperger's syndrome alert, Asperger's syndrome, that I can't translate into quick snippet, splicings of sentences for my YouTube show. Mitt Romney came across to me as basically, you're the little people and I'm the handsome, person who's going to be your ruler. And everyone was like, fuck you. And Obama won in a landslide. And I helped that happen with my one vote. I was in Philadelphia at the time, in basically an all-black neighborhood. And that energy that I felt had a big part to do with me voting for Barack Obama in 2008. Problem is that black community, along with all the other black communities and every community, ostensibly across the country, was essentially lied to. This is a globalist piece. This is what we're going to insert into America right now in order to slowly obfuscate all of the evil deeds we're doing, bring us into a Trans-Pacific Partnership, bring us into North American Free Trade Agreement with Mexico and Canada, which essentially says, what was his name? Ross Perot. He passed away in 2019. H. Ross Perot. I'm old enough to remember H. Ross Perot, barely. I'm young enough to have had to learn about what his message was, and do it all at once, because I'm 35. I became totally immersed in politics around age, I used to say in my old videos 21, just because I would question things, but I would say totally immersed in politics. I give myself a good solid 10 years of self-knowledge, learning, garnering of information, etc., etc. And I've only been on YouTube for really a year and a half with any tangible audience. Ross Perot, his whole thing, he said this in the debate with George Bush, who works for the Club of Lucifer and Satan, and William Jefferson Clinton, rapist. I don't have to apologize for that on YouTube because it's in court papers. So I don't have to say, I'm saying that it's hyperbole, it doesn't exist. No, Bill Clinton is a fucking rapist. Became president because of the Illuminati, because of big money powers and stuff like that. Don't be surprised if all of a sudden, my name blows up tomorrow. I'm serious about this, by the way. If my name blows up tomorrow or in a month, and they go, this guy calls himself this. I mean, certainly his name isn't Jason Beliveau, and he came up with JB Rants because J, and then he loves bees and he rants. No, this must be a conspiracy by the radical right wing. I hate the Republican Party. I hate the Democrat Party equally. They're both the same thing. It's called a dialectic. Dia, as in almost dual. So if you want to control the minds of a massive people, my audience knows this, but I have a lot of new audience members because I've been networking with certain shows that I trust, and they're cool. I didn't have permission to say this, but Think Dragon is one of them. I also, actually, I do have a list. I also love McAllister TV, Linda Paris. I love April LaJune. I love True Reporting, Thomas from True Reporting. And I love Golden State Times. I watch all my rallies at Golden State Times, Trump rallies, because that's where I kind of started out. And they were, I mean, Gent might not take credit for this, but I'll give him credit right now. Even though the election was lied about and a lot of votes were stolen, and we still won, Golden State Times and Gent, his channel, was a big part of helping us get the right person. Might not be the nicest person, might not be the most normal looking person. The president of the United States looks fucking... Dude, I'm wearing a custom Trump hat, okay? So I'm not bashing the president here. I paid for this hat to be made for me. Trumplican conspiratorian. Keep America great again. 2Q, 2Q. So I made this hat. So, I can insult the president as much as I want. He's fucking ridiculous looking. He's old, but he has more energy than I do at 35. I don't know how the hell this guy does what he does. He has largely, I'm gonna start another channel I forgot to write down. H.A. Goodman. I'm gonna start sounding like H.A. Goodman here. Most importantly, by and large, the president of the United States has a non-foreign interventionist policy. So I don't want any more never-ending wars in countries that have basically nothing to do with us. And the president is doing his best to end that. That's why whenever there's a counterstrike against one of these attacks, I would say, this is where I disagree with the president. I would say to you, sir, why don't we just completely pull out of the Middle East and say to the world, make a worldwide UN summit and throw Bush in their eventual, and Obama, who continued it. Not so sure about Reagan, but certainly Bush first, and also Clinton. 9/11 was a fucking inside job. We bombed ourselves, or allowed ourselves to be bombed, in order to basically galvanize and traumatize first, and secondarily galvanize the public, which is a very psychopathic technique to do anything to anyone, let alone a nation. You people, and it's not just JB talking about the Illuminati on my tiny channel that almost no one watches, but those who do watch religiously. I don't want to be hurt. I don't want to be black bagged over the face at 3 a.m. I don't want any of that. I'm just saying, it's not me alone that's saying this crap. Alex Jones has been talking about it since the 90s when I was in grade school, okay? And all the stuff that was a conspiracy is now real because it was always real. And you guys called it a conspiracy theory, CIA tactic that they said anything that we do shall be in the media determined as a conspiracy theory. This is your goal as the spokespeople for the Central Intelligence Agency, and you will go and do that for years and years and years. And also, they might learn about this stuff in history books, the students, that is, but we write the books, so what they learn is what we have written for them, and we're going to become the ultimate authority. Not so good. Not so good. Not very good. All right, I gotta get out of here. It says I have 2 viewers. I probably have 28. It is what it is. I'll finish off with chat, though. Meredith Burnham 1 now. Meredith, Lucky Dog. Nick Daniels. I'm going with anything but Right Side Broadcasting Network, because even on slow mode, it's impossible to read the chat. And they were also dicks to us early Trump supporters, but that's nothing to do with your comment. Meredith, I hear people at work turning their nose up to it. I just kind of whistle as I walk away. I don't know what that means. Nick Daniels, True Reporting is covering it. Yeah, all right. So I'll watch it at True Reporting. Thomas is my friend. Kind of. Internet Trump stuff, damn. Oh, so he's already out. All right, so I got to kill this stream. I'm going to go watch this stuff. All right, Indiana Jones and Nick Daniels. I'll see you guys over there. All right, peace. Very nice.